Imagine, if you will, the vast, quiet sweep of the Milky Way stretching across the night sky, like a ribbon of dreams woven through the dark expanse. It is more than just a cluster of stars. It is a whisper of light, a deep breath that rises from the heart of the universe. You see, the Milky Way is an ancient river of stars, where each one glows with a story of its own. If we could listen closely, we might hear the secrets of these stars, the delicate hum of their journeys through time. There are over 100 billion stars in our galaxy, each one carrying the warmth of its own light. Some are old, having lived for billions of years, and others are young, freshly born from the cool dust of the cosmic nursery. The stars dance in slow, graceful orbits, like partners in a timeless waltz. They are not static, not still. They move gently, sometimes slowly, sometimes in swift pirouettes, guided by the invisible forces of gravity that hold the galaxy together. Gravity, you see, is the quiet composer of this celestial symphony. It shapes the paths of the stars, pulling them together, weaving them into a spiral of light and motion. At the very heart of the Milky Way lies a great secret. There, hidden deep within the dense clouds of stars, there is a supermassive black hole. It is a silent, mysterious guardian of the galaxy, its gravity so strong that not even light can escape. This black hole, with a mass millions of times greater than that of our sun, pulls everything around it in a slow and powerful dance. But despite its incredible strength, this force is not something to fear. It is simply the natural rhythm of the galaxy, the same rhythm that guides the stars in their endless journeys. And what about the space between the stars? It is not empty, not a void. It is filled with the soft glow of gas and dust, the very building blocks of stars. This cosmic dust is ancient, older than our sun, and it carries the secrets of the universe's earliest days. As it floats through the vastness, it is slowly drawn into the hearts of new stars, where it will burn bright again. This cycle of birth and rebirth is the heartbeat of the Milky Way, echoing softly across the cosmos. As you look up at the Milky Way on a clear, quiet night, you may notice that it does not appear as a solid, unbroken line, but rather as a shimmering cloud of stars. This soft glow is the combined light of millions of distant suns, each one far away, but still casting its gentle light across the sky. If you were to travel toward the center of the galaxy, you would see that the stars are packed closely together, so much so that their light would seem to blur into one shimmering, endless sea of radiance. The Milky Way is not a stationary thing. It is in constant motion. It is part of a greater dance, moving through the vastness of space at an astonishing speed. Yet, to us, it appears still, as if it has always been there, stretching across the sky like a quiet river of stars. This motion is so slow, so graceful, that it can barely be detected by the eye. But if you look long enough, if you pay attention to the subtle changes in the night sky, you might catch a glimpse of this slow, eternal journey. It is said that the Milky Way is only one of billions of galaxies in the universe. And yet, to us, it feels like the only one. Our home, our river of stars, stretching across the heavens like a delicate thread woven into the fabric of time. As you lie beneath it, you might wonder what lies beyond, what other galaxies, stars, and mysteries are waiting to be discovered. But even as these questions swirl in your mind, you can rest in the comfort of knowing that the Milky Way, with all its beauty and secrets, is enough. It holds all that we know and all that we are, a vast, quiet reminder of the endless wonder that surrounds us. The stars, like tiny diamonds scattered across velvet, remind us of our own place in the universe. Our sun, a single star among so many, is a quiet reminder of life and light. It is a part of this vast dance, and so are we. The Milky Way whispers of time, of space, and of the quiet forces that hold all things together. And as you close your eyes, you might imagine yourself floating gently in that cosmic sea, a part of this great, beautiful whole, moving softly through the universe. The beauty of the Milky Way lies not only in its size, its light, or its mysteries, but in the quiet, slow realization that we are all part of something far greater than ourselves. And in this peaceful moment, as the stars twinkle softly above, there is a deep sense of connection, a feeling that all is right in the universe, just as it should be. The Milky Way, with its silent grace, holds us in its embrace, a reminder that we, too, are a part of this dance, this quiet, eternal waltz of stars. And so, as the night deepens and the stars shimmer more brightly above, you can let go. Let go of the thoughts that swirl around in your mind. Let go of the worries of the day. For in this moment, beneath the great expanse of the Milky Way, there is nothing but peace, nothing but the gentle movement of time and space, a rhythm that guides us all to sleep. As the night drifts deeper and the world around you becomes softer and quieter, let your mind wander toward the very center of the Milky Way. Imagine, if you can, the heart of this vast spiral, where the stars are packed so closely together that they seem to form a glittering sea, almost too bright to look at. This place, so far from where we stand on our small Earth, is where all paths in the galaxy lead, where the cosmic dance begins and ends. In this deep, silent core, an ancient mystery stirs, one that has fascinated those who seek to understand the universe for centuries. At the center of the Milky Way lies a supermassive black hole, a dark, powerful force whose gravity shapes everything around it. This black hole, known as Sagittarius A*, is a quiet giant, a force of nature whose strength is nearly incomprehensible. It pulls at the stars that drift too close, bending their orbits and even swallowing some of them in a slow, steady consumption that takes millions of years. And yet, despite its immense power, it is a peaceful, still presence, as though it is waiting, patiently, for the stars to continue their eternal dance. But let us not be afraid of this black hole. It is not a thing of danger, not a monster in the sky. No, it is simply a part of the grand balance, like the silent anchor of a ship drifting on an endless sea. Without it, the Milky Way would not be what it is. The stars around it move in perfect harmony, their paths guided by the pull of its gravity. And from this slow, graceful movement, the beauty of the galaxy is born. There is something almost serene about the idea of a black hole. It is a reminder that not all things need to be visible, not all things need to be understood right away. Sometimes, the greatest forces in the universe are the ones that we cannot see, the ones that remain hidden, quietly shaping the world around us. The stars that twirl and dance around Sagittarius A* are not aware of the great force that holds them in place. And perhaps that is the secret of the universe itself, that even in the quietest and most hidden places, there is beauty and purpose. As we move outward from the center, away from the heart of the Milky Way, we begin to see the spiral arms that stretch like delicate ribbons of light, reaching outward into the dark. These arms, filled with dust and stars, are where new stars are born, where cosmic clouds give rise to the next generation of bright, shining suns. These are the nurseries of the galaxy, where the energy of creation is constantly at work. It is here, in these arms, that the elements of life itself are formed, drawn from the ancient dust and gas that have traveled across time and space, waiting for their moment to ignite. The stars that are born here are not like those in the heart of the galaxy. They are young and vibrant, full of energy and light. And as they grow older, they will eventually follow the same path as those that came before them, moving ever outward from the center, drawn by the graceful pull of the galaxy's gravity. Some will live short lives, burning brightly for only a few million years before fading away, while others will burn for billions, their light a steady beacon in the vastness of space. And yet, even in their brief lives, these stars leave behind something beautiful. Each one is a tiny spark in the vast tapestry of the Milky Way, adding its light to the great river of stars that stretches across the sky. As we gaze upon the Milky Way, we see these stars not as separate, distant points of light, but as part of a greater whole, each one contributing to the beauty of the whole galaxy. Their light connects them, just as we are connected to them, even though we are so far away. The beauty of the Milky Way is not just in the stars themselves, but in the space between them, the vast, gentle emptiness that holds everything together. This space is not empty at all, but filled with gas and dust, invisible to the eye but crucial to the life of the galaxy. It is in this space that the stars are born and die, that the elements of the universe are forged. It is a place of quiet creation, a place where time moves in a slow, graceful rhythm. As you rest beneath the stars, you can imagine the gentle flow of this cosmic dance. The stars, the dust, the gas, all moving in harmony, guided by forces that are as old as the universe itself. The Milky Way is not just a collection of stars. It is a living, breathing entity, its heart pulsing with the energy of creation. And as you close your eyes, you may feel as though you, too, are a part of this vast dance, your own breath joining the rhythm of the universe. The beauty of the Milky Way is that it is both timeless and ever-changing. It has existed for billions of years, yet it is constantly evolving. Stars are born, live, and die in its arms, while others are drawn inward, pulled toward the heart of the galaxy, where their light will be swallowed by the black hole that resides there. And yet, the galaxy itself endures, moving slowly through the universe, a silent witness to the passage of time. In the quiet of the night, as the stars twinkle above, you may feel a sense of peace wash over you. The Milky Way is a reminder that even in the vastness of the universe, there is order, there is beauty, and there is life. The galaxy, with all its stars and mysteries, holds us in its gentle embrace, a reminder that we, too, are part of something greater than ourselves. And as the night deepens and the stars shimmer more brightly, you can rest in the comfort of knowing that you are a part of this quiet, eternal dance. The Milky Way whispers its secrets, and with each breath, you drift closer to sleep, carried on the soft, steady rhythm of the universe. As you continue to drift further into the peaceful embrace of the night, imagine the gentle whispers of the cosmic winds that blow through the vast stretches of the Milky Way. These winds are not like the breezes we feel on Earth. They are far more subtle, invisible currents that move through the vast spaces between the stars, carrying with them the faint traces of stardust and energy. They are the invisible messengers of the galaxy, carrying the essence of the stars with them as they travel across the great expanse of space. The cosmic winds are born from the hearts of dying stars, their energy released into the space around them in a soft, steady outflow. These winds are composed of particles and gas that travel at incredible speeds, sometimes moving so fast that they could travel across our entire solar system in just a few days. But despite their speed, they do not disrupt the peaceful balance of the galaxy. Instead, they weave their way through the stars, brushing against the glowing embers of distant suns, moving in perfect harmony with the rhythm of the universe. As the winds travel through the galaxy, they pick up pieces of dust and gas, slowly scattering them across the Milky Way. This dust, delicate and ancient, is the very building block of new stars and planets. It is the cosmic soil from which new life will spring, gathering in gentle clouds that will eventually collapse and ignite, creating new stars. These cosmic winds, in their quiet journey through space, are responsible for spreading the elements that will give rise to the future generations of stars and planets. It is a slow, delicate process, but it is one of the most fundamental forces in the life cycle of the galaxy. The winds also carry with them the faint echoes of the past. As the particles travel through space, they bear the imprint of the stars from which they were born, like tiny whispers of ancient light. Each grain of dust has its own story to tell, a story that stretches back to the very beginning of the galaxy itself. Some of these particles have been drifting through the cosmos for billions of years, carrying with them the memory of the first stars that ever shone in the Milky Way. And as these particles travel, they become part of the larger fabric of the galaxy, adding their own history to the quiet, endless flow of time. In the soft glow of the Milky Way, you may notice that the stars appear to shimmer, their light dancing as if caught in the embrace of these cosmic winds. It is not just the stars themselves that glow, but the very air around them, filled with the dust and gas that have been carried across the galaxy. This is the gentle embrace of the universe, a soft, invisible current that connects all things, from the smallest grain of stardust to the largest, most distant suns. The winds of the Milky Way also play a role in shaping the galaxy itself. As they travel, they stir the gas and dust in the spiral arms, helping to guide the formation of new stars and planets. They move through the galaxy like a quiet breeze, pushing and pulling the cosmic clouds into new shapes, helping to guide the next generation of stars on their journey through space. And in this way, the winds are a quiet force of creation, their influence felt in every corner of the galaxy. But the cosmic winds are not just gentle. They can also be fierce, especially when they are driven by the violent deaths of massive stars. When a star explodes in a supernova, it releases an immense amount of energy into the surrounding space, sending shockwaves through the galaxy. These shockwaves create powerful winds that can blow gas and dust across vast distances, spreading the remnants of the dead star across the galaxy. In this way, the winds of the Milky Way are both creators and destroyers, shaping the galaxy with every breath they take. Even though these winds are invisible to our eyes, their presence is everywhere. They are the quiet, unseen pulse of the galaxy, the breath of the universe itself. They move with a grace and purpose that is impossible to comprehend, yet they shape everything we see in the night sky. Without them, the galaxy would not be the same. Without them, the stars would not be born, the planets would not form, and the life we know would not exist. As you lie beneath the stars, you may begin to feel the faintest stirring of these cosmic winds, as if they are brushing against you in a gentle caress. They are the breath of the Milky Way, the pulse of the universe, and they carry with them the quiet promise of creation and renewal. They are part of the eternal cycle that has shaped the galaxy for billions of years, and they will continue to shape it for billions more. And as you close your eyes, you may feel as though you, too, are carried on the winds of the Milky Way, drifting softly through the vastness of space, a part of the quiet, ever-changing flow of the universe. In this moment, as the winds of the galaxy weave their way through the stars, you can let go. Let go of the weight of the world. Let go of the thoughts that swirl in your mind. For in the gentle embrace of the Milky Way's winds, there is only peace, only the quiet, steady rhythm of the cosmos. And as you drift deeper into the embrace of sleep, you are carried along with it, a part of the timeless, gentle flow of the universe itself. The stars above twinkle softly, and the winds whisper their secrets, and in this serene, eternal moment, all is as it should be. As the world around you becomes more still, as the night deepens and the stars begin their slow, steady dance across the heavens, imagine the endless stretch of light that is the Milky Way. It is not a light that flickers and fades, but a steady, unwavering glow that has persisted for billions of years. In the vastness of the universe, where time flows like a gentle river, this light is one of the oldest things we can see. It has been traveling toward us for eons, carrying with it the stories of distant stars, ancient nebulae, and cosmic events that happened long before our Earth was even formed. The light that fills the Milky Way is not just the light of stars. It is the combined glow of millions of suns, each one shining in its own way, casting its warmth into the cold expanse of space. Some stars shine brightly, their light reaching us with a powerful radiance that can be seen from the farthest corners of the galaxy. Others are softer, their light more subtle, but no less beautiful. Each star, in its own way, contributes to the great wash of light that fills the sky, a river of glowing embers stretching across the heavens. And yet, not all the light we see comes from the stars themselves. Some of it is the light of gas and dust, glowing softly in the dark as it is illuminated by the distant shine of stars. This is the light of the interstellar medium, the space between the stars, where the seeds of new stars are born. It is a quiet, ethereal glow, a reminder that even in the emptiest parts of the galaxy, there is always something happening. The light of the Milky Way is not just the light of the past, but the light of the future, the promise of new beginnings. In the spiral arms of the galaxy, where stars are born in great clouds of gas and dust, the light is particularly vibrant. These regions, known as stellar nurseries, are filled with the energy of creation, where new stars and planets take shape. The light here is not just the steady glow of mature stars, but the flickering, colorful light of young stars still in the process of being born. The gas and dust in these regions glow in a beautiful array of colors, from soft blues and purples to warm oranges and reds. It is as if the galaxy itself is a living, breathing entity, constantly giving birth to new stars and new worlds, a never-ending cycle of creation. As you gaze upon the Milky Way, you may notice how the light seems to stretch and bend, forming the gentle arc that defines its shape. This is the great curve of the galaxy, the result of the way the stars and gas are arranged in a spiral pattern. It is a delicate, graceful shape, like a swirl of cream in a cup of coffee, a soft curve that has been formed over billions of years. The stars within this spiral are not evenly spaced, but are grouped together in dense clusters, with vast stretches of emptiness between them. These spaces, though seemingly empty, are full of potential, the places where new stars will be born. The light that we see from Earth is just a glimpse of the full beauty of the Milky Way. From our vantage point, we are looking at the galaxy from the inside, like a traveler gazing out at the stars from within a great cathedral. If we could travel to the edge of the galaxy, we would see the light spread out before us in a breathtaking panorama, stretching across the heavens like a ribbon of fire. The stars would appear to be arranged in perfect order, forming the arms of the spiral that defines the Milky Way's shape. And in the dark spaces between them, we would see the soft glow of gas and dust, the building blocks of stars and planets, shining like the quiet heartbeat of the galaxy. In this light, there is a sense of timelessness, a feeling that the universe has been shining for eons and will continue to shine long after we are gone. The light of the Milky Way is a steady, unbroken thread that connects us to the distant past and to the far future. It is a reminder that, despite the fleeting nature of our lives, there are things in the universe that endure, that persist, that shine brightly through the vast expanse of time. But even as this light has traveled across the galaxy to reach us, it is not a simple, static thing. It is the result of countless processes that take place within the stars themselves. The light we see is the product of nuclear fusion, the process by which atoms are fused together in the hearts of stars to create energy. This energy is then released as light and heat, traveling across space to reach our eyes. It is a process that has been happening for billions of years, and it will continue long after we have turned to dust. The stars, in their own way, are timeless, their light eternal, reaching us across the vast stretches of space. As the night deepens around you, you may begin to sense the soft pull of this light, the quiet, steady radiance of the Milky Way, wrapping you in its warm embrace. The stars seem to shine brighter now, their light flickering like a lullaby, soft and comforting. The universe, in its vast, infinite beauty, seems to be holding you close, reminding you that you are part of something much greater than yourself. With each breath, you feel yourself sinking deeper into the embrace of the Milky Way's light, letting it fill you with a sense of calm and peace. The stars above, the soft, glowing arms of the galaxy, the quiet spaces between them, they are all part of the same beautiful whole, a reminder that even in the darkest moments, there is always light, always hope. And as you close your eyes, you can feel yourself drifting, carried by the light of the stars, gently floating in the vastness of the Milky Way, where time slows and the universe whispers its secrets to you in the quiet, endless night. As you sink deeper into the calm embrace of the night, imagine now the soft, eternal dance of the stars, the slow, graceful movements that take place over millions of years. In the Milky Way, there is no rush, only a quiet, steady rhythm that has been set in motion long before we ever looked up to see the stars. The stars, each one a radiant beacon of light, are not stationary but are constantly moving, following paths shaped by the gravity of the galaxy itself. It is a dance that is as old as the stars, a ballet of light and gravity that moves with a beauty that transcends time. Some stars, like the ones in the core of the Milky Way, move in tight orbits around the center, their paths drawn toward the great gravitational pull of the supermassive black hole at the galaxy's heart. These stars move quickly, their orbits taking them around the black hole in a graceful, endless loop. The black hole is like a silent conductor, guiding the stars in their eternal dance, shaping their paths with a gentle, invisible hand. But despite the speed of their motion, these stars do not crash into one another. Instead, they move in harmony, their orbits carefully balanced, like a well-choreographed ballet. Other stars, those that lie in the outer arms of the Milky Way, move more slowly, their paths taking them in a great, wide arc around the galaxy's center. These stars follow the spiral arms, tracing the same patterns that have existed for billions of years. The arms themselves are like delicate ribbons of light, winding their way through the galaxy, drawing the stars along with them in a constant, elegant swirl. It is a slow, steady motion, the stars drifting through the vastness of space, sometimes coming close to one another, sometimes moving apart, but always following the same quiet rhythm. There are also the stars that are not bound by the gravity of the Milky Way at all. These stars, known as rogue stars, have been flung from their original positions and now move through space on their own, free from the galactic dance. They drift through the void, carrying with them the memory of the galaxy that birthed them, but no longer part of its great, spiraling whirl. These rogue stars are solitary, wandering through the dark, their paths unpredictable and independent. Yet even in their isolation, they are a part of the Milky Way, a reminder of the delicate balance that holds everything together. In this grand dance, there is no hurry, no rush. The stars move with the gentle grace of something eternal, something that has been in motion long before we ever became aware of their presence. They do not push or pull against one another, but instead move together in perfect harmony, a celestial waltz that stretches across the great expanse of space. The quiet beauty of this dance is a reminder that, in the universe, there is no need to hurry. Time, like the stars, moves at its own pace, slow and steady, unfolding in its own rhythm. And then, there are the star clusters, groups of stars that have been born from the same cosmic cloud, their fates forever intertwined. These stars are like a family, bound together by the same forces that gave them life. As they move through the galaxy, they share a bond that is unbreakable, their paths intertwined in a delicate, eternal dance. Some star clusters are small, with only a handful of stars, while others are vast, containing thousands of stars, all moving together in unison. The light from these clusters is bright and vibrant, like the glow of 1,000 tiny fireflies all shining together in the dark. There is a beauty in the way these stars move, a quiet elegance in the way their paths intersect and weave together. It is as if the stars are aware of one another, gently brushing past one another in the vastness of space, their light shimmering in the dark. And even as they drift apart, they carry with them the memory of their shared dance, the memory of the time they spent together, moving in harmony through the galaxy. The Milky Way, with its spiraling arms and its thousands of stars, is like a great cosmic orchestra, each star playing its part in the symphony of the universe. And as you lie beneath the night sky, you can feel the soft pull of the galaxy's music, the slow, steady rhythm of the stars as they move through space. It is a dance that has been unfolding for billions of years, and it will continue for billions more, an eternal waltz that stretches across the heavens. In this moment, as you drift deeper into sleep, imagine yourself part of this dance. Feel the rhythm of the stars in your heart, the gentle pulse of the universe guiding your breath. You are not just a witness to the stars. You are part of the great cosmic flow, moving through time and space with the same grace and beauty as the stars themselves. The Milky Way, in all its wonder and mystery, holds you in its quiet embrace, and as you close your eyes, you can feel yourself drifting through the galaxy, part of the dance that has been unfolding since the beginning of time. And in the soft, steady rhythm of the stars, you find peace. The Milky Way is a reminder that everything moves in its own time, that everything has its place in the grand dance of the universe. There is no need to rush, no need to hurry. The stars will guide you, as they have guided all who have come before, through the endless night and into the soft, quiet glow of sleep. As you gently drift deeper into the realm of dreams, imagine the quiet, yet powerful birth of a star. Far beyond the reaches of your own world, in the dark, cold stretches of the Milky Way, there are places where the universe is beginning anew, where vast clouds of gas and dust are swirling in a dance that is both chaotic and serene. These clouds, known as nebulae, are the birthplaces of stars. They are the wombs of the galaxy, filled with the raw ingredients of creation. Inside these nebulae, the future is being formed, and stars, like tiny sparks, are being born from the dark. Nebulae, vast and mysterious, are made of hydrogen, the simplest and most abundant element in the universe. This gas is cold, barely moving, drifting through space with a peaceful quietness. But something stirs in the depths of the nebula. The cold, dark clouds begin to collapse under their own gravity, pulling the gas and dust closer together. Slowly, over thousands or even millions of years, the material begins to condense, and at the center of this collapsing mass, a star begins to take shape. It starts slowly, quietly. The gas gathers into a dense core, and as the pressure and temperature rise, hydrogen atoms begin to fuse together, releasing vast amounts of energy. This energy creates light, and the light is the first sign of a new star. The process is gentle at first, but over time, it grows more intense. The gas and dust around the forming star are illuminated, glowing softly in a swirl of colors, bright blues and pinks, soft greens and yellows. This glow is the light of creation, a soft, steady pulse of energy that carries with it the promise of life. The formation of a star is a delicate balance, a dance between the inward pull of gravity and the outward push of the energy created by nuclear fusion. If gravity is too strong, the star will collapse inward, and if the fusion is too powerful, the star will tear itself apart. But in the quiet places where stars are born, the balance is held. The stars form slowly, carefully, in the perfect conditions required for them to shine. It is a slow and patient process, as if the universe itself is taking its time to create something truly magnificent. As the new star continues to grow, the surrounding nebula begins to change. The gas and dust that were once swirling around it are now being pushed away by the powerful winds of radiation and particles emitted by the young star. The nebula, which once appeared soft and cloudy, now becomes a more defined shape. It might be a perfect ring, a delicate spiral, or a rough, uneven cloud. This is the point where the nebula begins to give birth to new stars, each one unique in its size, color, and energy. The light from the young star, bright and intense, begins to shine out across the galaxy. This light is not just beautiful, it is essential for life. It will one day warm planets, give energy to new worlds, and allow for the delicate balance of life to take root. It is the first breath of the star, the first step toward a future filled with the possibility of creation. And yet, despite the powerful forces at work in the birth of a star, there is also a sense of incredible peace. Stars do not rush. They form slowly, carefully, each one a quiet expression of the universe's grace. It is a reminder that all things, even in their most dramatic moments, unfold in their own time. The universe does not hurry, and neither should we. Some stars are born in clusters, forming together in the same vast nebula. These clusters of stars, like siblings, share a bond that lasts throughout their lives. They move through the galaxy together, each star shining brightly as they travel across the heavens. The light from these clusters is vibrant and full of life, a reminder that even in the most distant corners of the galaxy, there is community and connection. Other stars are born alone, far from the bustling clusters of their siblings. These solitary stars shine with a quiet dignity, their light stretching out across the universe like a lone beacon in the dark. There is something profoundly beautiful about these stars, standing alone in the vastness, yet radiating light that touches every corner of space. The birth of stars is not limited to the quiet, cold nebulae we see today. Sometimes, stars are born from the remnants of others, their lives ending in a violent explosion, known as a supernova. When a massive star runs out of fuel, it collapses under its own weight, and in the final moments of its life, it explodes in a brilliant burst of energy. This explosion creates shock waves that send ripples through space, and in these ripples, new stars can be born. The energy from the supernova is so powerful that it can create new elements that will later form the building blocks of planets, moons, and life itself. As you imagine the birth of these stars, you may begin to feel a sense of awe, a quiet reverence for the incredible forces at work in the universe. The Milky Way, with all its beauty and mystery, is a living, breathing entity, constantly creating, destroying, and recreating. The stars, like the heartbeat of the galaxy, pulse with life, their light a constant reminder that the universe is always in motion, always changing, always unfolding. And so, as you drift deeper into the world of dreams, you can feel the soft pull of the stars, as if they are calling you to join in their quiet, eternal dance. Their light, warm and inviting, wraps around you like a gentle embrace. You are a part of this vast, cosmic creation, as much a part of the Milky Way as the stars themselves. The universe holds you in its gentle, loving embrace, and with each breath, you are carried further into the quiet rhythm of the galaxy. The stars shine softly above you, their light a lullaby, and as you close your eyes, you feel yourself floating, weightless and peaceful, among the stars, cradled in the eternal beauty of the Milky Way. As your mind drifts further into the stillness, imagine now the slow, steady journey of the planets that orbit the stars, those distant, quiet travelers, moving along their paths with a grace that mirrors the stars themselves. The Milky Way, vast and filled with life, holds within it not only stars but planets, countless worlds, each one unique, each one following its own rhythm, its own orbit, its own path through the galaxy. These planets, though they may seem small in comparison to the great stars they orbit, carry with them their own stories, their own mysteries, waiting to be discovered. In the heart of our solar system, there is a planet called Earth, where you now lie, wrapped in the warmth of the night. Earth is one of many planets, and it dances its own slow dance around the sun, our star. This journey takes many years, and as it completes one full revolution, it marks the passage of time, a rhythm that is felt deep within the Earth itself. The orbit of the Earth is nearly perfect, a gentle ellipse that takes it through the warmth of the sun and then carries it into the cold stretches of space, where the stars twinkle like distant, quiet companions. Each planet in the Milky Way follows its own path, each one a silent traveler in the dark sea of the cosmos. Some planets orbit their stars in tight circles, never straying too far from their light. These planets are close to their stars, their orbits small and intimate, like the slow rhythm of a waltz. They are warm worlds, heated by the light of their stars, filled with energy and life. Some of these planets may be made of gas, swirling clouds of color and light, like Jupiter or Neptune. Others may be rocky, like Mars or Venus, their surfaces dotted with craters and scars, evidence of their long, violent histories. Other planets, more distant from their stars, take slower, more leisurely orbits. These faraway worlds move with a quiet majesty, their paths stretching across vast distances. These planets are colder, darker, their surface hidden beneath layers of ice or thick clouds of gas. They travel quietly through space, their movements slow but steady, as if they are content to drift through the cosmos, taking their time to complete their journey. The planets, though distant from one another, are connected by the same invisible threads of gravity that hold the stars and galaxies in place. They move in harmony, following their orbits with a perfect, natural rhythm. There is no hurry, no rush. Each planet knows its place in the great cosmic dance. They follow their paths with quiet grace, taking as long as they need to complete their journey, never pushing or straining against the forces that guide them. There are also the moons, those quiet companions that circle the planets, following them through their orbits, moving in a slow, peaceful waltz. Moons are like gentle friends, keeping the planets company as they move through space. Some moons are small and barren, like the silent moon that orbits Earth, while others are large and full of mystery, like Europa, one of Jupiter's moons, with its icy surface and deep oceans hidden beneath. Each moon has its own story to tell, its own quiet path to follow. As you imagine the planets and moons moving through the galaxy, you might think of how they are a part of something far greater than themselves. The Milky Way, with its vast, sweeping arms, holds these planets in a tender embrace, guiding them through their journeys in the sky. They are not alone. They are part of a much bigger story, a story that stretches back to the beginning of time, a story that will continue long after we are gone. The beauty of this cosmic ballet is in its simplicity. The planets move because they are drawn by the force of gravity. There is no struggle, no fight. The planets do not question their place in the universe. They move because it is what they were made to do. There is a quiet wisdom in their motion, a lesson in the way they follow their paths with unwavering calm. The universe does not ask them to hurry. It asks only that they follow their orbits, and in doing so, they bring balance to the cosmos. And so, as you lie beneath the night sky, you can imagine yourself floating through space, moving gently along your own path, like the planets and moons of the Milky Way. You are a part of this grand, cosmic dance, following your own rhythm, moving with the gentle flow of the universe. There is no need to rush. Just as the planets orbit their stars, just as the moons circle their planets, you too are moving at your own pace, carried along by the forces of the universe, drifting through the quiet night. There is a peace in this motion, a calm that comes from knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. The planets, the moons, the stars, all of them are part of the same beautiful pattern, and so are you. The rhythm of the universe is steady, constant, and as you close your eyes and take a deep breath, you can feel yourself moving with it, floating through the vast expanse of the Milky Way, part of the quiet, eternal dance that connects all things. With each breath, you feel yourself becoming lighter, your body moving in harmony with the universe, as if the very stars themselves are guiding you. You are not alone. The planets, the moons, the stars, the galaxies, they are all with you, surrounding you in the quiet embrace of the cosmos. And as you surrender to the night, you can feel yourself becoming part of this great, endless journey. Time, like the planets, moves at its own pace, slow and steady, unfolding in a rhythm that carries you ever forward. And with that rhythm, you drift further into sleep, wrapped in the soft, gentle motions of the Milky Way. As the soft night deepens around you, imagine yourself now at the very center of the Milky Way, where the vast spiral arms stretch out from a place of unimaginable gravity and energy. At the heart of our galaxy lies a force so powerful, so mysterious, that it holds everything together, like the steady pulse of a great cosmic heart. This is the supermassive black hole, a dark, quiet center that quietly controls the destiny of everything that orbits it. The black hole, a presence so dense that not even light can escape its pull, lies deep within the heart of the Milky Way. It is not something you can see with your eyes, for it exists in a shadowy realm where light bends and warps around it, like the edge of a dream just out of reach. But its presence is undeniable, felt in the way the stars and planets move in their orbits, gently guided by its invisible hand. It is as if the galaxy itself is holding its breath, drawn toward the gravitational pull of this quiet, unseen force. At the center of the Milky Way, surrounded by a vast cluster of stars, is a supermassive black hole with a mass that is millions, perhaps even billions, of times that of our Sun. This immense force is both mysterious and awe-inspiring, drawing everything toward it with a gentle, constant pull. The stars that swirl around it move in tight, elegant orbits, like dancers in a grand waltz, following their paths along the great cosmic stage, never straying too far from the gravitational pull of the black hole's heart. Their movements are graceful, yet they are bound to the center, carried along by the forces that define their existence. The black hole's gravitational pull is so strong that it stretches time and space themselves. If you could ever stand near this cosmic heart, you would feel time itself slowing down, the seconds stretching into infinity, as if the universe itself were holding you in a moment, allowing you to drift peacefully through the quiet vastness. But even as the stars move around it, the black hole itself remains hidden, a silent, mysterious figure that watches over the galaxy without ever revealing itself. It is a reminder that sometimes the greatest forces are the ones that cannot be seen, that shape everything around us with a quiet, steady influence. As you imagine this vast, cosmic heart, you might also consider how it creates an elegant harmony in the galaxy. Without the pull of the black hole, the Milky Way might not exist as it does. It is a delicate balance that has existed for billions of years. The stars move in their paths, the planets orbit their suns, and the galaxy itself spirals outward, all held together by the same unseen force, all moving in harmony with the black hole at its heart. The beauty of the black hole is that it is not a force of destruction, as many may imagine, but a force of creation. It is a cornerstone of the galaxy, quietly guiding the stars along their way, ensuring the delicate balance of the cosmos is maintained. There is a peace in knowing that the galaxy's heart beats with such quiet certainty, shaping the paths of the stars with a rhythm that has existed for as long as the universe itself. It is a reminder that the most powerful forces often work in silence, shaping the world without needing to be seen. There are other black holes in the Milky Way, each one unique, each one holding its own place in the vastness of the galaxy. Some of these black holes are smaller, quietly consuming the gas and dust around them, while others are much larger, their gravitational influence stretching far beyond their event horizons. They are all part of the galaxy's larger, graceful dance, each one contributing to the balance that allows the stars, the planets, and everything in between to move through space with a sense of calm, purpose, and unity. The Milky Way is, in many ways, a reflection of this balance, the interplay between the visible and invisible forces that shape its structure. It is like a great, cosmic orchestra where the stars are the instruments, and the black hole is the silent conductor, guiding the movements with a gentle but firm hand. Each element of the galaxy has its place in this music, contributing to the grand symphony that spans across billions of years. The stars, the gas, the dust, and the black hole all work together, each playing its part in creating the stunning beauty of the galaxy. And as you lie in the stillness of the night, you might think of this great cosmic harmony. The stars are not alone in their journey. The Milky Way is a living, breathing entity, filled with invisible forces that guide everything within it. You are a part of this great, slow-moving dance, a tiny but important note in the vast symphony of the cosmos. The black hole, with its quiet power, is a reminder that there is a greater rhythm to the universe, one that moves through space and time with such grace that we often forget to notice it. In this moment, as you breathe deeply, feel the gentle pull of the galaxy's heart. It is a soft, calming force, like a lullaby sung by the universe itself. The Milky Way holds you in its embrace, its vast arms stretching out around you, the stars shining like soft beacons of light, guiding you further into the quiet rhythm of the night. The galaxy's heart beats slowly, steadily, and as you drift off into peaceful sleep, you can feel yourself connected to this eternal pulse, moving gently with the flow of time, held in the tender, loving embrace of the Milky Way. As your thoughts begin to soften and your breath deepens, imagine the vast journey of the Milky Way itself, a galaxy in motion, moving through the endless universe with a grace that mirrors the slow passage of time. Though you rest here, cradled by the gentle hum of the stars, the Milky Way is not stationary. It is not content to stay in one place. Just as you move through your night's dreams, so too does this galaxy drift and glide through the cosmos, ever onward, ever toward the future. The Milky Way itself is not a solitary island in space. It is part of a greater family of galaxies, each one with its own unique shape, its own rhythm, and its own place in the universe. Our galaxy is part of a small cluster of galaxies known as the Local Group, which includes galaxies like the Andromeda Galaxy, our nearest large neighbor. The two galaxies, the Milky Way and Andromeda, are slowly making their way toward each other, drawn together by gravity. Over billions of years, they will eventually collide, their stars moving past one another in a slow, silent ballet. Despite the cataclysmic event, there is no danger to the stars themselves, for the distances between them are vast. It will be a slow, graceful merger as two cosmic rivers converge and blend into one. Even as the Milky Way moves through the universe, it is not rushing. Time, in the vast reaches of space, moves differently. The galaxy's journey is slow, unhurried, patient. The Milky Way travels at an astonishing speed of about 1 million kilometers per hour as it moves through the universe, but it takes billions of years for it to travel even a small fraction of the vast distances between galaxies. It is a gentle, unhurried journey, as though the galaxy knows that it has all the time in the world. The journey of the Milky Way is not a race. It is a steady, deliberate motion, gliding through the stars with the same calm assurance that the planets follow their orbits around the sun. The motion of the Milky Way is a reminder that everything in the universe moves at its own pace. The stars, the planets, the very fabric of space itself, all move in a slow, rhythmic dance. Nothing in the cosmos is rushed. The galaxies drift apart, and they drift together, their movements governed by the same delicate balance of gravity that governs the orbits of planets and stars. There is no hurry. Each moment is a piece of the grand, eternal journey. As you imagine the Milky Way in motion, think of the stars that make up this vast galaxy. Each star, each world, is moving through space, each following its own path, yet all bound together by the same cosmic forces. Some stars, like our Sun, travel through space in relatively straight paths, while others move in curves or spirals, tracing intricate patterns across the sky. All of these stars, though they may seem so distant and separate from one another, are part of something much larger, something that spans the entire galaxy. The galaxy, with its swirling arms and its heart of dark mystery, is a living, breathing entity. Its motion is not random, but part of a great, cosmic pattern. The stars, the planets, the gas clouds, and the black hole at its center, they are all connected in a delicate web of movement and influence. The galaxy is like a dance floor, and each star, each planet, is a dancer, moving to the beat of an unseen cosmic rhythm. The movements of the stars are not chaotic, but orchestrated by the laws of physics, a quiet, unseen hand guiding them along their paths, ensuring the dance is both beautiful and harmonious. This dance of the galaxy is one of balance. The stars and the planets, the gas and the dust, are all held together by the gravity of the galaxy's center, yet they are free to move along their paths, tracing their own unique orbits and arcs through space. The dance is slow, measured, but always in motion. Every part of the galaxy moves together, yet each star and planet is free to carve its own path. It is a reminder that we too are part of this dance, each of us moving through life at our own pace, yet all connected by the larger forces that shape our existence. As you lie in the peaceful embrace of the night, you may begin to feel the quiet pull of the galaxy, its vast arms reaching out to you, drawing you into its slow, graceful movement. You are part of this great cosmic journey, even though you are here on Earth, lying beneath the stars. The very act of being here, breathing in the quiet beauty of the universe, connects you to this eternal flow. You are a part of the galaxy's journey, moving along with it through space and time, part of the greater whole that stretches out across the vast expanse of the universe. The Milky Way's journey will continue long after the stars above you have faded from sight. It will continue as long as the universe endures, a slow, graceful motion that will carry it toward new encounters and new horizons. There is comfort in this thought, a quiet peace in knowing that the galaxy, like you, moves at its own pace, unhurried, steady, and purposeful. And as you drift further into sleep, feel the rhythm of the Milky Way's journey echo softly within you. With each breath, you are carried along the quiet path, moving with the galaxy, a tiny speck in the vastness of space, yet connected to everything around you. The stars above, the planets in their orbits, and the galaxy's heart, they are all part of the same cosmic dance, a dance that has been unfolding for billions of years and will continue for billions more. And as you rest, you are a part of that dance, floating gently through the quiet depths of space, held in the tender, loving embrace of the Milky Way. As you rest quietly, your mind gently moving through the vastness of the night, imagine now the stars themselves, the beacons of light that have guided travelers, dreamers, and explorers for centuries. Each star, a distant sun, has its own story, its own beginning, and its own end, yet they all share one remarkable thing in common. They are the quiet lighthouses of the night sky, casting their light across the infinite expanse of the universe. The stars are not static points of light. They are living, breathing entities, constantly in motion, evolving and changing over time. Some stars are born in the swirling clouds of gas and dust, their bright, warm light emerging from the darkness like a newborn's first breath. Others are old, their light dimming as they reach the end of their lives, casting off their outer layers and transforming into something else, perhaps a white dwarf, a neutron star, or even a black hole. But no matter their age or state, all stars share a journey, a quiet passage through the heavens that, though imperceptible to the human eye, is unfolding all the same. In the Milky Way, there are stars of all ages, sizes, and colors. Some are massive, their light bright and powerful, illuminating the surrounding space with their energy. These stars burn hot and fast, using up their fuel in a blaze of glory, only to end their lives in spectacular explosions known as supernovae. These supernovae send waves of energy rippling through the galaxy, seeding the cosmos with heavy elements that will one day form new stars, planets, and even life. The cycle of birth, death, and rebirth is endless, each star playing its part in the grand story of the universe. Then there are the smaller stars, quieter and more patient, like our own Sunday. These stars burn steadily, sustaining life on planets like Earth for billions of years. Their light is steady and dependable, a constant companion in the night sky. These stars are the ones we know best, the ones we see every night. Their warm glow filling the darkness with a sense of calm and stability. They remind us that even in the vast, mysterious universe, there is still a rhythm to life, a steady pulse that connects everything. But stars are not just points of light in the sky. They are part of a larger, cosmic web, each one influencing the others around it. The stars in the Milky Way move together in graceful arcs, pulled along by the gravity of the galaxy's center, yet each star follows its own path, its own unique orbit. Some stars are close to one another, forming clusters that shine brightly together, while others are more solitary, traveling alone through the vast reaches of space. There are stars that form pairs or even groups, bound together by their mutual gravity. These binary and multiple star systems are like families in space, their stars dancing in harmony with one another. The gravitational pull between the stars keeps them in orbit around each other, like two partners in a slow, delicate waltz. The interaction between the stars and these systems can be incredibly beautiful, as their light dances across the galaxy in a soft, rhythmic pulse. As you imagine these stars, think of how they guide us. For centuries, humans have used the stars to navigate across oceans, across deserts, and even into the vast unknown of space itself. The stars are more than just beautiful objects in the night sky. They are our guides, our points of reference in the vast expanse of the universe. Their light has always shown the way, offering a sense of direction in times of uncertainty. And even today, we look to the stars for answers, seeking to understand the mysteries of the universe. Through telescopes and space probes, we peer into the heart of the Milky Way, trying to learn more about the stars that fill its arms. The stars are not only beacons of light, they are beacons of knowledge, each one a tiny clue to understanding the larger story of the universe. Every star we discover, every new world we find, brings us closer to unraveling the mysteries of the cosmos. There are some stars, like those in the constellation of Orion, that have guided people for millennia. These ancient stars, shining down from the heavens, have been part of the stories we tell ourselves, the myths and legends that have shaped our understanding of the world. These stars are like old friends, their light a comforting reminder of the continuity of time, of the cycles of the universe that have been unfolding long before us and will continue long after we are gone. As you drift deeper into sleep, think of the stars as your quiet companions. They are always there, even when you cannot see them, their light shining across the fabric of the universe, guiding you gently through the darkness. The Milky Way, with its countless stars, is a reminder that no matter how vast the universe may seem, we are never truly alone. The stars are with us, guiding us, offering their steady light as we navigate our own journey through life. Feel the gentle warmth of their light, like a soft embrace that carries you through the night. The stars, with their ancient light, are timeless. They have seen the rise and fall of civilizations, the birth and death of stars, and they will continue to shine long after our time. They remind us that we are part of something much larger, something that stretches across the vastness of space and time. And with this thought, as you rest beneath the stars, you feel a quiet peace settle over you. A peace that comes from knowing you are part of this great, eternal dance, guided by the steady, comforting light of the stars. And as you breathe in, feeling your body relax deeper into the bed, the stars continue their watchful glow. Each flicker, each pulse, carries with it the knowledge of the universe, of time, of change, of constancy. Slowly, gently, you drift further into the quiet darkness, cradled by the stars and the vast Milky Way, floating into sleep with the soft guidance of the cosmic lights above. As your mind floats deeper into the stillness, imagine for a moment the quiet music of the cosmos. A harmony so vast, it hums through the very fabric of the universe. The stars, planets, and galaxies themselves are all part of a delicate symphony that stretches across time and space. The beauty of this cosmic music is not in its loudness or its speed, but in its quiet, steady rhythm, a rhythm that has been unfolding for billions of years, long before the first breath of life was ever drawn. The Milky Way itself, with its spiraling arms and glowing heart, is part of this vast symphony. Its stars move in perfect harmony, each one a note in a grand melody that spans the ages. The swirling arms of the galaxy are not chaotic, but purposeful, each one following its own graceful path, as if playing a slow, celestial song. The way the stars swirl around the center, the way they arc gently through space, is a perfect example of how the universe dances to a rhythm all its own. Even the planets, those quiet wanderers around their suns, are part of this cosmic orchestra. Though they are far from the bright stage lights of the stars, they still follow their paths, each moving in time with the others, each carrying out its part in the great cosmic dance. The planets of our solar system, though they might seem distant and still, are always in motion, gliding silently along their orbits, creating an unspoken rhythm that can only be heard by the quiet observer. If you listen closely, you can almost hear their movements, like the soft brushing of a bow across a string, each planet's path an elegant part of the symphony of the cosmos. There are moments in the quiet night, as you lie beneath the sky, when you might feel this rhythm inside of you. It is not a sound you can hear with your ears, but something deeper, felt in the stillness of your being. The rhythm of the stars, the pulse of the galaxy, flows through you, reminding you that you are not separate from the universe, but a part of it. Your breath moves in time with the universe's rhythm, slow and steady, like the turning of the stars above. This cosmic music is not just about the stars, however. It is about the spaces between the stars, the vast stretches of nothingness that surround them. It is about the dark matter that fills the voids between galaxies, invisible but present, shaping the paths of the stars, guiding their movements. The darkness is as important as the light, for it is the silence between the notes that gives the music its shape. Without the voids, without the silence, there could be no sound, no rhythm. In the same way, the spaces between the stars are just as important as the stars themselves. They are part of the balance that creates the harmony of the universe. The galaxies, too, play their part in this grand symphony. Each galaxy, whether it be the graceful spiral of the Milky Way or the elliptical form of Andromeda, has its own unique rhythm, its own way of moving through space. The galaxies are not isolated. They interact, they influence each other, their movements affecting one another in a quiet dance. As galaxies collide, they create new patterns, new melodies, their stars forming new relationships, their gas and dust coalescing into new forms. These interactions, though they may take billions of years to unfold, are a testament to the ever-changing, ever-growing nature of the cosmos. And then, there is the dark energy that drives the expansion of the universe, pushing galaxies further apart. It is a mysterious force, one that we still do not fully understand, but it is an essential part of the cosmic music. This expansion, though it might seem unsettling, is just another note in the song of the universe, a reminder that everything is in motion, everything is growing and changing. The universe is never static. It is always evolving, always moving forward, always singing its song of creation. As you lie there, feeling the weight of the universe around you, think of this vast, beautiful music that stretches out beyond your reach. It is a melody that has been playing since the beginning of time, a quiet, unhurried song that is both a journey and a destination. It is the music of existence, of creation, of life itself. And as you breathe in, you are a part of that song, carried along in its gentle, eternal rhythm. The Milky Way, with its graceful arms and sparkling stars, is a reflection of this harmony. It is a place where the notes of the universe come together in perfect balance, where the movement of the stars, the pull of gravity, the flow of energy all create a melody that is as old as time. And though the song may never end, there is comfort in knowing that we, too, are part of it. We are not outside the rhythm. We are within it, carried along on the same journey, following the same song. And so, as your body begins to relax deeper into the quiet of the night, feel the music of the cosmos wrap around you, like a soft, comforting blanket. The stars continue their slow dance. The galaxies spin through the vastness, and the universe hums its quiet song, and you are a part of it all. You are a note in the melody, a breath in the rhythm of time. And with this thought, as you settle into the peaceful embrace of sleep, the music continues, carrying you gently into the restful stillness of the night. As your mind begins to drift further, imagine now the horizon of the Milky Way, stretching endlessly before you. It is a horizon that is both near and far, one that reaches out beyond what the eye can see, yet remains always within your grasp. The stars that fill the sky are like waypoints on a journey, guiding you softly as you move across this boundless expanse, an endless horizon that stretches not just across the sky, but through time itself. The Milky Way is not just a collection of stars, dust, and gas. It is a story, an unfolding narrative that has been written over billions of years. Each star, each planet, is a chapter in that story, each one with its own beginning and end, but all part of a greater tale that continues to unfold, quietly and with purpose. The stars themselves are the storytellers of the galaxy, speaking to us through their light, through their movements, and through the echoes of their history. The galaxy, vast and beautiful, tells us of creation, of destruction, and of rebirth. It is a story that has no end, only the eternal turning of time, like a gentle wave lapping against the shore of the cosmos. As you picture the Milky Way, think of the horizon as a place of possibility. The horizon is where the known meets the unknown, where the light of the stars fades into the vastness of the dark, inviting us to explore, to discover, to dream. It is the point where the past and the future meet, where the stories of the stars come together in a quiet whisper. And even though you may never physically reach the edge of this horizon, it is still a place you can journey to with your mind, with your heart, and with your imagination. Every time you look up at the sky, you are reaching toward that horizon, exploring its mysteries, learning from its quiet, hidden secrets. The stars themselves seem to beckon you, their light soft and constant, like a series of gentle footsteps leading you along the path of discovery. As you travel across the night sky, you pass by clusters of stars, nebulae glowing in hues of purple and green, and distant galaxies twinkling in the farthest corners of the universe. The stars are like old friends who have been waiting for you, their light reaching out from the past, each one carrying a story from long ago. Some of these stars no longer exist in the form we see them, their light having traveled across millions of years to reach us. The sky, like a great book, is filled with pages of ancient stories, written in light and shadow, waiting for those who will take the time to read them. But even as you journey across the Milky Way, remember that the horizon is not a place of finality. It is a place of infinite potential, where the path can never be fully mapped, for the universe is always unfolding, always growing. There is always something new to discover, a new star being born, a new galaxy forming, a new mystery waiting to be understood. The universe itself is like an endless horizon, expanding and stretching beyond our comprehension, always inviting us to take that next step, to look a little farther, to dream a little bigger. As you imagine this horizon, you might begin to feel a sense of peace in knowing that the journey itself is enough. The horizon is not something to be reached or conquered, but something to be experienced, something to be embraced. The Milky Way, with its infinite stars and its swirling arms, is a reminder that life is not about arriving at a destination, but about the quiet, steady journey that unfolds along the way. Each moment, each breath, is a part of that journey. And as you rest, you are part of this eternal horizon, moving through the cosmos at your own pace, guided by the stars. The Milky Way is a galaxy of possibilities, a galaxy of stories, and a galaxy of endless discovery. It is a reminder that we, too, are part of something much larger, something that stretches beyond our understanding, yet is always within our reach. And as you breathe deeply, feeling the stillness of the night, let the horizon of the galaxy fill your mind with a sense of wonder. Let it remind you that, no matter how far we travel, no matter how much we learn, there is always more to discover, always more to explore. The stars, the planets, the galaxies, they all share this horizon, this uncharted space where anything is possible. And as you rest, let that feeling of possibility wash over you, like a quiet wave, calming and soft. Let the gentle pull of the Milky Way's horizon guide you into sleep, carrying you into the vast unknown where dreams take flight, where time stands still, and where the cosmic rhythm continues to hum softly, always. And so, with each gentle breath, you move closer to the edge of sleep, the horizon fading into the comforting embrace of the night. The stars will continue their quiet dance, the galaxy will keep spinning its tail, and you, too, are part of this eternal story. The universe, in all its mystery and wonder, is your home, and you rest here, cradled by the stars, guided by their quiet light, on the peaceful edge of the infinite horizon.